Hey, 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 welcome to Chat with KST. I'm your girl Kay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are here for our quickie segment where we're not here for a long time, but we are indeed here for a good time. Today we're going to be discussing the whole Katt Williams saga, but we're going to do it in proportions. So this segment is going to be on Katt Williams versus Rickey Smiley. Now, for those of you who are wondering who Rickey Smiley is, I'm going to get him plopped up here on the screen. And by screen, that is from the people who are watching this on YouTube. And of course, you can always catch our podcast, the audio version of our podcast, through Spotify or Apple Podcasts. So, for those of you who don't know who Rickey Smiley is, according to bishopstatefoundation.org, Rickey Smiley is a comedian legend and entertainment mogul. Comedy legend and entertainment mogul Rickey Smiley is a television host, actor, and top rated, nationally syndicated radio personality. He has become one of the entertainment industry's most celebrated performers. In 2018, he joined the Martin Lawrence Lit as Fuck nationwide tour, as well as the Mike Epps Platinum Comedy Tour. And in 2019, we featured he was featured in Mike Epps' Funny as Fuck Ish Comedy Tour. So he's basically a funny comedian who has done acting and is also a radio personality. So you're probably like, okay, well, why does Katt Williams have beef with Rickey Smiley? Well, Rickey Smiley also played in the movie Friday After Next. Do you guys remember the movie Friday After Next where this we had the Santa Claus and we had the pimp? Okay. Well, basically, for those of you who watched the movie Friday After Next, Rickey Smiley was the person who played the Santa Claus. And the issue that they're having here is that Rickey Smiley did a sat down with Shannon Sharp and basically lied, allegedly, as to what Katt Williams is saying, lied that he was supposed to be the role of the pimp. But then the role was later given to Katt Williams, and Katt Williams is like, that was never true. The role was always meant for Katt Williams because Katt Williams even wrote in the role. And he said a lot of different things about Rickey Smiley during his interview. And of course, Rickey Smiley responded to him. So let's listen to Rickey Smiley's response and explanation to the whole Katt Williams situation. And then we'll listen to what pissed off Katt Williams in the first place.
I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie. I went out to audition for.
So basically, according to the Shade Room, Rickey Smiley responds to Katt Williams' recent comments. We want to wish Katt Williams the best in nothing, and it ain't nothing but love over here. So that's basically what the write up that the Shade Room had to say. So basically, Rickey Smiley is saying, look, when I went to go and audition for Friday After Next, right? I went to audition for Money Mike. That's the position that he went to go and audition for. But I guess they went with Katt Williams. Katt Williams is saying, you, Rickey Smiley, were never ever going to be Money Mike because he was the one Katt Williams was the one who kind of turned Money Mike into who Money Mike is, being the pimp that he was. But let's listen to the rest of what Rickey Smiley had to say.
By that, and then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant, and that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with Katt Williams' contract or whatever. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Katt. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this, but by that, and then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant. And that was
Okay. So for those of you who are a little bit confused about the Bernice Jenkins comment, right? I want you guys to think back, because if this is for like the old school millennials and boomers and stuff like that, those people who were like really into the Fridays and the first Sundays and stuff. If you remember the movie First Sunday, right? There was a woman who played Bernice Jenkins. And the woman who, and sorry, there was a man who played Bernice Jenkins, right? An old lady in that saga. Let me try to show you guys real quick if you are watching this on YouTube. Do you remember this lady? She is Bernice Jenkins. He basically played Bernice Jenkins after the Friday After Next role, which is very vital, because one of the claims that Katt Williams made was that because of what was going on set between them at the Friday After Next, he put it in his contract that the next role that Rickey Smiley, which is the guy next to Katt Williams which is the guy here, Rickey Smiley, the next role that Rickey Smiley plays will have to be a woman. So that's what he's trying to explain. He's trying to explain that, hey, I just got the phone call. Hey, we want you to be a part of First Sunday, and we want you to play this role. And he went out and he just played the role and stuff like that. But Katt Williams is making the allegations that no, that's not how it went. How it went was, I put it in my contract that whatever role that this man plays next time has to be the role of a woman. So that's what's going on right now. Let me continue to play the clips for you guys.
The statement about Rickey Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since 97.
That part.
Every single show I have done since 97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows in comedy clubs. In between radio and all of that and raising a family, I'm comfortable with. What makes me sad, I don't like the way that made my kids feel. And that's why I'm not gonna, go after him, because he has kids and family members and nieces and nephews also, and it hurts our family members and people that do love us when we say hurtful things about each other. So we want to wish Katt Williams the best or whatever. It ain't nothing but love over here just because we don't agree. Arnez J and I had beef for about 20 years, and I end up sitting next to him on a plane. And when I saw him, I couldn't do nothing but grab him and hug. The statement about Rickey Smiley is, you know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going, and you don't know who you're gonna need. And I promise to God, if there's anything that he or anybody in his family on his staff ever need, we'll be there. Because I stick up for comics, and we all are not perfect, and we all don't get along all the time or whatever. We all have issues, but at the same time, we are all in the same game. You know where you've been.
He told you.
Okay, so before I play what say Kevin Hart. Why do I want to say Kevin Hart so bad? Okay, the reason why I'm trying to say Kevin Hart so bad is because, of course, there is a segment where we do have Katt Williams versus Kevin Hart, but this is not about Kevin Hart. This is about Rickey Smiley and of course Katt Williams. So what we're going to listen to next is the allegations that Katt Williams made. So we're listening to Rickey Smiley, and we're listening to what he's basically saying, that, hey, this is what happened with Friday After Next. This is what happened in First Sunday. I have been booked out for shows. I've been booked and very busy. That's what he's saying. So this comes off of the back burner of Katt Williams basically saying, look, comedians, there is competition in the comedy ring. There's a lot of competition, and he doesn't like when people lie, and he feels like Rickey Smiley lied in his interview, and he wanted to clear up some things. So now let's listen to what Katt Williams has to say. Let me pull it back up for you guys.
The story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that? Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no?
So you see why Katt Williams is upset. He told everybody that, oh, that role should have been my role. That role should have been my role. So that's why Katt Williams was upset.
Cast member has ever said anything.
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one. Why no? He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he, what? So Rickey Smiley knows this. And I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. Is because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody it should have been my. He was so egregious. Not now.
Okay. So basically, that's the back and forth between Katt Williams and Rickey Smiley. Rickey Smiley originally said, hey, Katt Williams stole his role. But Katt Williams is like, I didn't steal anything. It was originally meant for me. And then that's when Rickey Smiley kind of backpedals and said, no, I went to go and get casted for the role, but they chose Katt Williams. I hope you guys are following, because I'm like, what is going on with this thing too? But now here is the First Sunday part where he does say that he contracted Rickey Smiley to wear a dress in his next acting gig.
Now, then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. He was so egregious.
Katt is so Mean. But anyway, let's jump into the breakdown of this, right? So I hope you guys were able to follow everything, right? So the timeline was basically Rickey Smiley said some stuff, and what he said was that Cat Williams basically stole the role of Money Mike from him. And then Cat Williams went onto Shannon Sharp and defended himself and say, I didn't steal the role of Money Mike. I actually perfected the role of Money Mike and made it better than what it should have been, because at the end of the day, I turned Money Mike into all these different things. I chose the fits, I chose the car, I chose everything for Money Mike. And I wanted, he basically, Cat Williams said that he invested a lot of time and energy into Money Mike, right? Then Rickey Smiley kind of backed up in that first clip, because that first clip that you guys listened to was actually the last clip, was his response to this interview, right? And he basically said no, he went in for the role of Money Mike, but he got the Santa Claus role. Then you have the other moving piece of him playing a woman in the next movie, First Sunday, that was shot with him and Cat Williams. And that was a part of Cat Williams's contract, but he said that he just got a phone call about it. I just feel like it's just an expose of how in every single industry that you do find yourself in, there is always going to be always going to be moving pieces. There's always going to be competition. There's always going to be people who aren't content with the roles that they have to play. People are going to always find something, right? Find something, very much something to be upset about. And whoever you are now have to try to show up as your best self and try to be the best version of yourself, no matter what the next person may be doing, whether it's in comedy, it's in rap, it's in whatever. You just have to always be in control of you and not allow what someone else is doing to kind of control your reactions and stuff like that, whether you know their ulterior motives or not. So for me, I just feel like this is a situation that exposes a lot of behind the scene things, especially this interview with Cat Williams. It does expose a lot of the behind the scenes things that do go on in Hollywood. And we're going to discuss it in each and every segment that we do. But as for this segment, as it relates to just the Rickey Smiley and Cat Williams, I want to know, for those of you who are listening to this on YouTube, who do you agree with? Do you agree with Rickey Smiley originally saying one thing, then backpedaling and saying, "Oh no, I didn't say you stole the role. I basically said that I went for the role and you got the role." Or do you agree with Cat Williams calling him out and saying, "No, I went for the role, I got the part, and I built the character into an even much better character than who they had. So I put my work in for what I did." And then it's show and proved, right? So I'm asking, who do you guys kind of agree with? For me, I'm leaning more towards Cat Williams, because Cat Williams, he throwing them punches, pow 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 pow. Everybody got a stray in this interview. In the first 15, everybody caught a stray. Everybody he been waiting on caught a stray in the first 15. I was like, finally got the chance to watch this interview. But anyway, share your thoughts and comments down below if you're listening to this on YouTube. And if you listen to this through Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hey, 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 we'll chat next time. Bye.